okay? We really need to take the moment to continue to believe in ourselves and to know that there's always hope. To know that our faith should be stronger than our doubts. You know, we need not to allow the worries of this world to get the best of us, to make us feel like we can never fully make it or be or live a life through our full potential. Okay, I personally do not believe things are impossible. If you really put your mind to certain things and you are dedicated, you're devoted, and you put God first in everything that you're about to accomplish and about to achieve, you can make it through. Is it going to be an easy task? No, not everything is easy in life. I think this generation needs to realize that everything is not going to be handed to you. You really have to work for it. And you have to be smart and tactical and precise. And you just have to know what you're doing. And in order to do that, I think it's so important to put God first in everything. From your dreams to your ambitions to your goals, just putting God first and actually going to God for advice or how to go towards taking the next step is very, very important, very crucial in how you're going to make it through that journey. I think you should never leave God out in anything. You have to add him in everything. Even the slightest little things. I think we forget that. He's a father that wants to listen. He's a father that wants to be there for us through every little thing. There is nothing that God does not want to hear from you. You know, he doesn't only want to hear the good things. He also wants to hear the things that are troubling to you, that are worrying you. You know, even when it comes to confusion, if you don't know where path to go and way to go, I think God is the answer for that. I really do. And he will give you the most precise answer. The type of answer that he knows that will not worry you. Because one thing I know about God, he don't want to stress you out. Now, he might be a God of growth. Now, you might go through some hardship now. Like, he gonna make you go, like, sometimes you'll go through some hardship. Like, he'll make certain things happen because he knows that you're strong enough to handle it. You literally have to go through things in order to grow. I didn't get to where I am today by just doing nothing. It took years of mastering my craft. It took years of study. It took years of, using my wisdom and knowledge. And I can't give myself that credit because with knowing God comes wisdom. With knowing God comes knowledge. With knowing God comes the type of intelligence that you can never get from books or researching or learning on your own. It's like he installs a certain type of gift that is for you, that works for you, that only you can bring it alive. That's the thing about God is so different in so many ways. He doesn't make things similar when it comes to individuals. Like, everybody has their own gifts, their own talents, their own path and journey, and he has a unique way of getting through to us, talking to us. He's not a boring God, and I think those that don't know God are missing out in his ways. I don't even know how to explain it to you guys, but the way I've experienced God is just phenomenal. Like, there's certain stories, if I sit and tell you, you'd be like, wow. Like, can that really happen to people? Because he's like surprised me. If I tell you God is like the ultimate provider, if I tell you he's for his children, he is for his children. Like, he's for us down, okay? He don't play them games. He don't play that. I think that's one thing that I love about my father. Personally, for my relationship, I see him as a friend, and I also see him as a father. When he talks to me, I have no choice but to listen, because he's so soft with it. I just start crying, because it's just like, wow, like, you really think I'm special enough to actually speak to me. And it's not about being special, it's just the fact that it's an honor for him to speak through you and within you. It's a blessing. I think when you should start getting worried is when you're losing yourself in him and he doesn't, you know what, I won't even say that, because even if God is not speaking, he's still communicating in different ways. You know, whether it's through his presence, you notice he's still there, or whether through other people he's communicating, whether through words and scriptures he's talking, whether it's through, you know, through sermons he's speaking, whether through music he's speaking, whether it's just through like your inner thoughts, you know, or through the Holy Spirit, he's saying something. So God is never not talking. Even when you don't hear anything, I think silence alone, you know, is an opportunity for you to hear him. Because a lot of times we spend our moments talking so much that we're too busy hearing ourselves instead of being quiet and listening to God. You know, the Bible did say, be slow to speak. When I read that verse, it just made sense, because imagine, have you noticed when you're silent, you easily pick up on the things around you and what's going on. You can pick up on people's characters, behavior, personality. You can even foresee the fakeness and the realness in people when you're just silent and you're watchful, and you're able to grasp things more in that kind of sense, in way. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing. You know, I know I just like jumped into different topics in this video, but I think that's the beauty of, you know, being a Christian, is you can go from one topic to another. I basically just wanted to make this video to just let you guys know that nothing is impossible. If there's a dream you want to achieve, go at it. You know, if there's something you want to do in life, do it, because if you don't, you're eventually going to one day regret it. So why not do what God puts in your heart and places in your heart? If you know you have the talent for it, if it's something that you do with so much ease, or even if it's, you know, it's a passion, if it's a lot of work, but you don't mind doing it and it brings you joy, and it makes you happy to know that you're doing something worthwhile. I think you would appreciate your life more if you do what you're passionate about, and it just flows well when you do things that you're passionate about. And time doesn't wait for anyone, so why are we waiting to achieve that goal? Why are we waiting to wear that outfit? Why are we waiting to go and explore the world and travel? Why are we waiting? What's the wait? You know, what's the wait? You only have one life to live, so live it and enjoy it and embrace it, and know that nothing is impossible. When you put your mind towards certain things, you're going to always likely achieve it. Even if you fail, you can always go back to the drawing board over until you get it right. Practice until you get it right. You know, there's so much we can do in today's world. Why not do it? Why not do it? Why not be impactful? Why not do things meaningful? Why not do things that make sense? You know, that makes us happy, that brings us joy. And that's the thing about our calling, our purpose, is it's for us. And God specifically gave us a certain calling, a certain purpose in life, because he knows it was meant for us. It was ordained for us. It was destined for us to achieve and to accomplish, you know. So, yeah, y'all. I don't believe in the impossibilities. I believe in the possibilities. And that's probably why I'm such a dreamer. But I'm not only a dreamer, I'm a doer. So you too, don't just dream it, do it. Okay? Accomplish it. I promise you, it's going to make you feel 10 times better, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me for today. So until next time, peace and love. Bye.